where he had changed. There's lots of parts or places where he interchanged.
So ikhombisa ukuthi lento ayisuki elwazini lwakhe alibona ngamehlo nakwazi yaye khona kuko isuka ekuhlanganiseni.
It shows that this does not come from him personally, from the things that he has seen or things that he has observed, but it clearly shows that things that they are just fabricating.
Let's proceed. Thank you for that response. He continues again, still on paragraph 5, to say, that is Constable Zungu, to say, Mthobisi Mncube and Carlos Mthobisi Mncube walked into the bedroom and sat on the bed. We are still referring to the incident that he alleges happened in Gwabeni's room at Basotho Hostel on the 26th of October 2014.
Sisakhuluma ke ngesahlakalo ke esenzakala lapha ke erumini kaGwabeni lapha hostel mhla ka26 angithi. Uyaqhubeka futhi uthi ke uMthokozisi Maphisa noCarlos Mthobisi Mncube baye ke bangena ke ekameleni bafike bahlala ke embedeni.
But again, Mr. Mncube, I'm dealing with this threat. Don't lose me. I mustn't lose you. He says, this is a typist error. The people that actually walked into the room were not Maphisa and Mncube, but it was Maphisa and Ntuli. Do you want to comment on that?
Ufuna uthini kuloko ke angithi manje lana ushilo la statement wathi ke uMthokozisi Maphisa kanye noCarlos Mthobisi Mncube ke ibona ke bangena ke kameleni bahlala empedeni. Kodwa uyaphinda futhi ke uma seke shintsha futhi ke sekafuna ukuthwesa ke yena ke umuntu owathayipha la ke iphutha lelo ke uthi ke cha abantu abangena ke lapha erumini ke akusuyena uMaphisa noMncube kodwa uMaphisa noNtuli.
Vele into ehlanganisiwe izoba so.
Of course, something that has been fabricated will just be like this.
Mangesi into yakho osuke enhlizweni yakho ibonile izoba so.
If what you are saying is not personally from you, it's not something that you personally saw, it will just be like this.
Angeke umuntu abhale into engashiwo ngomuntu.
There's no way that the other person can write what he or she was not.
Ngeke kube into eningi okumele manje zibe wrong ezibhalwe umuntu kodwa wena uthi ayiphumanga kuwe.
And it cannot be a lot of errors that somebody else had written and you come and say you are not the one.
Kodwa masihlanganisa sibheke ukuthi hayi masingayimisa ngalendlela siyimise ngalendlela ayila ngathi ibe wrong vele kuzoba so.
But if maybe this thing was planned doing the cut and paste, it would definitely be wrong.
Let's proceed. In paragraph 8, Ms. Koza, of his statement, because I'm paraphrasing, I'm not reading as is, right? In paragraph 8 of his statement, Constable Zungu stated that he saw a newspaper article on the 28th of October 2014 about the murder of Mr. Senzo Meyiwa.
Manje futhi uma sesiqhubeka la phambili ke ngaso ke statement ke uyachaza ke uZungu uthi ke mhla ka 28 October ngo2014 ke uyawabona ke izindaba ke noma ke inkulumo ke emaphepheni ke khuma ke ngokubulawa kwakhe umnumzane ke Senzo Meyiwa.
He stated that he noticed that the sketch of one of the suspects fitted the description of Mafika and in brackets Bongani Ntanzi.
Uyaqhubeka futhi uthi ke uma ke ebhekisisa ke lokudojwa ke kwalawo bantu labo ke uthi omunye wabasolwa ke ngendlela ngakhona ke kuyahambisana ke nomuntu ke lo okuMafika uBongani Ntanzi.
And that he was wearing a black hoodie top.
Ubegqoke ke itop ke nesigqoko esimnyama.
And that the other suspect had dreadlocks which resembles that of Carlos Gada Mncube.
Uthi ke futhi ke omunye wabo ke umsolwa ube nama dreadlocks ke afanayo ke nawo la ka Carlos Gada Mncube.
Do you want to comment on that?
Khona ufuna ukusho mhlambe kuloko?
Hey, lo muntu owazungu namanga kakhulu lona.
Hey, this Zungu man is a liar.
Ubhlungu uthi iphoyisa leqhamba manga kanje.
And the sad thing is that he's a police official who lies like this.
Phela lo muntu ngendlela abhala ngakhona la kusho ukuthi igebengu uyazazi kodwa manje nazanga report.
Because the way he has written here, it clearly shows that he knows the criminals, but he never reported.
And of works every day I go page le SAPS, that's
And
South Africa.
He wakes up every day in the morning, put on the South African badge, and go to work.
Kodwa uzokhuluma amanga nje.
But now he comes and just talks lies like this.
Le into engekho la ikhanda, uyayikhanda lento.
This is just a fabrication.
Benomngani wakho uGininda.
With his friend Gininda.
Yiba bakhandele lento le.
They are the
Lethimba
ones-
labo.
Him and their team, they are the ones who fabricated all this.
Yes, but I want you, Mr. Mncube, to comment specifically on this aspect where he says, and the other and the other suspect had dreadlocks which resembles that of Carlos Gada Mncube. And let me give you the context to this. I'll call Mr. Makaza tomorrow to come and assist us. Here he's referring to Exhibit BB, which is the identity kit that was published in all national media, print media, and the like, on the 28th of October 2014, following the killing and murder of Mr. Meyiwa.
Manje ke ngizophinde futhi ke mhlambe kusasa ngicela ukuthi umzali Makhaza ke lo osiza ke ngomabona kude la TV ukuthi aze naye la nkantolo kodwa kwamanje ke engisho ukuthi ke manje lokhu ke ngikhuluma ke ngalo mdwebo lo eyathumela ke zonke izindlu ke zezindaba lo ukufakaza bola icourt exhibit BB mhla ka 28 October ngo-2014.
And in fact, Mr. Mncube, let me be fair to you. I don't want you to comment. I want, when you comment, to have a look at Exhibit BB, the nature, the length, the structure of whatever dreadlocks were sketched out by the facial expert person, and then you can give a fair comment. So I can park this aspect until tomorrow, but proceed with other business.
Uthi ke ummeli ke Ramsipili ke okwamanje ke angifuni ukuthi ke mzali Mncube ke mhlambe ke uphendule kuloko ngathanda ukuthi ke mhlambe abe khona ke lo muntu osizayo noma bona kude azokwazi ukuthi sivezela ke lo mdwebo ke lo owadwetshwe kwala abantu labo ukuthi abangena ikakhulukazi laba akhuma ke ukuthi umuntu onjani nokuthi ama-address angakanani nobuso bakhe ukuthi ubunjani njengoba kwadweba yena ama-facial expert okwamanje masibeke eceleni lo kodwa ke ungaphendula kuloko kunye ke lo esesikubekele khona.
But also, Mr. Mncube, remind me, when you are in the cauldron here, when you leave, some of the things also escape. I know that I'm not supposed to talk to you. You are not a witness for the court, not for anyone here. You are the witness for the court. So just raise your hand and say, Mr. Ramsipil, there's this item you said you want to return to if I forget tomorrow.
Uyaza kumzana Mncube ke ikhathi esiningi ke umuntu uma ephuma la enkantolo ke usuka khohlwe into eziningi futhi okunye kwesibili ukuthi manje ke so ufakazi manje ke wombuso mina ngimelanga ukuthi ngikhulume nawe kodwa ke kusasa masifika ke la enkantolo ke ngicela ke uphakamisa isandla ke ukuthi ke Mr. Ramsipili ke khona ke udaba ukuthi masibeke eceleni soqhubeka ngalo ke usuku olulandelayo. Yezwa ba.
Okay. Thank you. Now let's proceed with the statement of Constable Zungu, and specifically paragraph 21 thereof, where he says, I can confirm that Carlos had dreadlocks and gold tooth insertion on the upper part of his teeth. I don't know what is teeth. And then on the day of the killing of Senzo Meyiwa.
Masiqhubeke manje ke ngestatement sakhe ke uZungu ke sibheke ko paragraph 21 lapho ke esho yena ukuthi ke ngiyaqiniseka futhi ke ngiyasho ukuthi ke yena uCarlos Mncube ube nawo ama dreadlocks futhi ke enegolide ke elifakiwe ke ezinyeni lakhe ke lingaphezulu ngalenkathi ke uSenzo Meyiwa ke ebulawa.
Do you want to comment on that, Mr. Mncube?
Khona ufuna ukusho lokho mzane Mncube?
Hayi lento lento engekho. Azange benegolide mina.
I've never had a gold tooth. This is just a fabrication.
Into nje ayikhandela yona nomngane wakho uGininda nethimba labo.
It's just something that himself, Gininda and the team are just fabricating. They're making it up.
into ezimbili nje engahlangani mina nalento.
Myself and what is written here are two different things that does not tally together.
And still in paragraph 21 of his statement, Constable Zungu stated, and that was the end of that statement, that Carlos Mncube appears in photos 10 to 17, 22 to 24, 31, 34, 35, 46 to 48.
31, 34 to 36.
31, 34, 35, 46 to 48.
Okay, uyaphinda futhi ke uyaqhubeka ke uthi ke yena ke uKhalesi Mncube ke uyavela ke kule thombe ke lezi silandelayo kusukela ku number 10 kufika ku number 17 aphinde futhi ke avele ke lapha ke thombe ke 22 u24 u31 34 uthombe 36 46 kube ku 48.
Now, before you comment, Mr. Mncube, I'm going to hand you, Mr. Makaza is not here. Like I said, we've all seen the exhibit. What exhibit is this, Mr. Mish? Exhibit S. Ne? Look specifically at photos 10 to 17 and tell me if the persons depicted on the photos 10 to 17 are all you. And each time, perhaps, if you identify a photo that is not you or that is you, you can just raise it up and name a specific page number where that photo is depicted.
Are you referring to page number 10?
Yes, he says from page 10 to 17.
Ummeli ke uthi uyacela ukuthi ubheke ke lethombe lezi ke suka eqala ku 10 ufika ku number 17.
Let me do it this way, Mr. Mncube. Are you appearing in page 10? Let's do it at
Maqale la ke
17.
mntwana Mncube ke lapho ku page number 10 uyavela wena lapho.
Yebo sikhona isithombe sami.
Yes.
Okay.
My picture is there.
On page 11, the photograph depicted thereon, are you depicted
11 uyavela khona.
Yebo sikhona isithombe sami.
Yes, my picture.
there? Page 12,
U12 yena.
Yebo isithombe sami.
Yes, that's my picture.
page 13,
13.
Yebo isithombe sami.
Yes, my picture again.
14.
Umzala.
It's my cousin.
Hold it up so that, and also the page number is on record so that the Honorable Court can also see. And when you say Umzala, who's that person?
Uma uthi ke umzala ubani lo muthi kahle?
Lindo kuhle Mncube.
It's Lindo Kuhle Mncube.
Okay. What page number are we on now?
Number 14.
14, 15.
Ubhodi.
It's my brother.
Hold it up again so that we can see it's on records. And by the way, I forgot his name. You said, what was his name?
Ngikhohlwe igama lakhe. Konje uthiwa ubani igama lakhe?
Wenza Mncube.
Kwenza Mncube, and that's the one that is deceased, correct?
Yilo ngasekho.
Yeah, ushona 2021.
He passed on 2020 in 2021.
But let me pack it there. Well, the other picture, photograph that is not you, go back to it. You said the person is?
Uthiwa ubani lo?
Umzala lo.
It's my cousin.
Lindo
Now,
kuhle Mncube.
Lindo
in his
Kuhle Mncube.
affidavit, in his statement under oath, Constable Zungu says, you appear in photos 10 to 17, that is inclusive, meaning that that person is you. What do you say?
Manje ke kwi affidavit ke uConstable Zungu uye wathi ke wena uvela ke ethombeni lapha soka ku number page number 10 ku number 7.
10 to 17, sorry, Ms. Khoza.
17, sorry Mr. Mramsepet. Manje wena uthi ke wonke umuntu ovela ku lapha ethombeni lezi 10 to 17 wena. But nalo.
So what do you comment about that? If Constable Zungu says you appear in that picture?
Uzungu namanga nje lento babekhandela yona.
Zungu is lying. They were just making up all this, my lord.
And uzungu akangazi mina.
And Zungu does not know me.
And go to the photo that shows your brother and also briefly comment on that in relation to Zungu saying you are appearing on photos 10 to 17.
uthini ngakuloko ngokuzungu utheke ithombe lezi uyavela from page number 10 kuya 17 ke sitshele ke ngalomuntu lo mfowenu njengokuzungu ashila to wovelayo la kule sithombe lesi.
Ngithi lento le into ababeyikhanda noGininda njengoba noGininda fika tshela ecourt ukuthi yimi lo.
This is something that they were making up himself and Gininda, since even Gininda came before this court and said, I am the one that is appearing.
Ngoba bekulandelwa leli zinyo legolide kumfowethu la ngoba bebona ukuthi mina balitholi kimi.
Because they were actually following up on this gold tooth that they are sewing on my brother since they noticed that I don't have any or they don't find any on me.
So le into engekho le kahle kahle ngamanga lento isho.
So this is something that does not exist and what Zungu is saying is just lies.
Ayinibonisa ngisobala nkosi enkantolo ukuthi babehle phansi beyikhanda ngoba nayi I-witness ikhuluma ngezithombe zikhona la.
It is clear that they were just fabricating or making all this because the witness talks about the pictures that are available.
And go to, that is photo 15, correct?
Yes, 15.
So go to photo 16. Are you depicted in a photograph in 16?
Manje sithombe le 16 ke ukhona wena usithombe leso?
Yebo sikhona isithombe sami.
Yes.
And 17?
17 yena?
Yebo sikhona isithombe sami.
Yes.
Okay.
My photo is there.
Now, I want to touch on, and you've just started expanding on that. And this aspect rose in court during Mr. Ntanzi's evidence. I'm not sure whether I was leading him or one of my colleagues from the state. When Mr. Ntanzi says, how come a witness identify us by photo numbers, and there was a debate that was never resolved. But I think the court said, yes, he can have access for the purposes of preparation. We now know that here, the statement of the 30th, it was not in preparation for a trial. It was a de novo statement being made on that day. And I'm taking cue from you when you say he was sitting with these photos and being shown these photos by whoever. I'm not going to cast aspersion on anyone. And he was shown these photos and he commented, and from these photos he then made a statement, and that is paramount, Mr. Mncube, because you will recall he says that on the 26th of October 2014, at around whatever time, Mr. Sibia with a bottle of alcohol or a can of alcohol stands on whatever, he takes off his t-shirt, waves it around and says to all and sundry, have you heard Senzo is no more? You recall that evidence?
Usakhumbula ke mnumzane Mncube ke ngale nkathi uNtanzi ethula ufakazi bakhe la enkantolo. Kwaba khona ke inkulumo ke uNtanzi ayiphakamisa kodwa uzane bekhona ke impendulo kuyona ngale nkathi ke ethi la icourt uNtanzi ke kuza njani ukuthi ke ufakazi eze la enkantolo ke ethula ufakazi futhi ke ngesithombe ke abize futhi namanombolo ke asethombeni lezo ke nenkosi enkantolo naye asengenelela ithi ke yebo ufakazi ke uyakwazi ukuthi ke angakwenza lokho ke uma ngabe ke kunikezwe konke lokho ukuthi bazokwazi ukuzilungiselela ukuba khona la enkantolo uzothula ufakazi la enkantolo. Aqhubeke futhi umela athi ke yakhumula ke ngoba ke ngofakazi futhi wabeka uthiwa ke 26 October 2014 wena ke ngenkathi ezithile noma singakusazabe sishiwe isikhathi kwaba khona utshwala ke uphuzwayo wena ke wasokhuluma ke khumula ke skipper sakho uthi ebantwini ke nizwile ukuthi ke uSenzo Meyiwa sekabulewe.
Not him, but Mr. Sibia. And he mentioned the color of the t-shirt, which is red.
Wathi ke umzane Sibia ke wakhumula ke skipper sakhe sibomvu wasesho ke kuza ukuthi nizwile ke ukuthi ke umzane Senzo Meyiwa ke sekabulewe.
And in the photo downloads of Mr. Ntanzi, which Mr. Ntanzi says, I don't know where this photograph comes from. There's a photograph of Mr. Sibia seated with two gentlemen on camp chairs wearing sunglasses, and he's wearing a red t-shirt. And I'm telling you now, I'm going to argue this inference, that he saw that picture. Hence he can say he waved a red t-shirt because he saw it here. He mentions that I had A94 when I made this statement. you want to comment on that?
It was too long.
Yeah, that's too long. Are we getting tired, Ms. Koza?
No, not at all, but I just feel the statement was too long.
At least you are fair, because like I said to Mr. Mncube, when you are in this cauldron, sometimes you are in your zone. So I apologize for that. I'm saying, and I'm going to argue this, you've already made a note there of that. How come a witness makes a statement having looked at the docket?
Angithi manje ke so nawo sokushilo lokuthi manje kuzanjani ukuthi ke ufakazi enze ke statement sekabone okungaphakathi le ko docket.
Oh, you are open. Oh, okay, all right. Now continue. I'll correct something that I said incorrect.
Yes, I've interpreted what you have said now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Mr. Sibia was just whispering to me that he's wearing a red T-shirt, not as he's seated on the camp chairs there, but as he's opening a card. I believe it was a silver thing. So that's my mistake, because tomorrow it will be said it was said by Mr. Sibia. I rather the procedure hit me as a lawyer, but not put something wrong from my own mistake and then it hits somebody's client. So that's my error. I take that.
Uthi ke umngane Ramsipili cha iphutha lakhe leli ke akazanga uthi ke ubegqoke isikhipa lesibomvu ehlezi lapha kuma cream chair lokho ke cha uzange kwenzakala ngendlela engibeke ngakhona futhi ke ngikwenza lokho ngoba ke ngifuna manje ukuthi le phutha leli manje lithweswe yena umze sibiya kunqola ukuthweswe mina ke njengommeli wakhe ukuthi ke lokho enyibele khona eqaleni ke bekungasikhona ingakho ke ngikulungisa manje.
But the essence of my point is this, and you've nailed it, to say this was something, and I'm not saying that is my viewpoint, that's your viewpoint, to say this was fabricated because this person is making this statement. He's not preparing for trial. He's making a statement that's going to be used later in trial. So he's preparing whilst watching the contents of the docket. That's the essence.
Futhi ke ngithanda futhi kubeke futhi lo muntu lo uwenza ke statement akazilungiseleli ukuyothula ufakazi wenza statement lesi ke futhi ebonile konke ke okukhona ke la ku docket la kuma statement.
Mina ngicabanga ukuthi if you witness kumele izo testify court, ngicabanga ukuthi isizo testify ngento ekhuluma ngaye esuka kuyeyaziyo.
I think that if a witness is called to come and testify before the court, I believe that that witness will be testifying about something that they know that they've seen.
Angicabanga ukuthi witness khona into emeli ifunzwe yona mayizoze court.
I don't think a witness must be fed something for them to come to court.
Lokhu osekwenzeke la sekufidwe umuntu la.
What has happened here, somebody has already been fed
ngolwazi oluse court
with the evidence or the information that is in court.
Ukuthi hayi wena nazi ithombo uzofika uyibeka nje kanje kanje.
And he was fed that no, here are the pictures, when you get to court this is how you will put everything.
Ngoba ukwazi witness ukuthi ngazokhuluma ngesithombe sedocket yase court sazokhuluma sazoma eboxini testify. Because
a witness cannot really come to court testifying about the photo that is in the docket when he or she still going to come to court and give evidence.
Lo muntu mosu nawo yonke into vele ngoba lo muntu lo ngoba ephethe ithombe nje kusho ukuthi yonke into unayo vele yokuthi uzofika thini la ecourt utsheliwe vele nakho ozofika ukwenza.
Since this person already has these photos, the person has been fed, has been told everything what he needs to do.
Lento ikhona ukungabe nobulungiswa lokho emaphoyiseni aphethe icala Senzo Meyiwa.
This just shows that there's not justice. The officials that are investigating the Senzo Meyiwa's case.
Okay, Mr. Mncube. I think, let me see. My Lord, I'm just trying to think out loud because some of these, they will need the presence of Mr. Makaza to be rebeamed so that I can purposefully take Mr. Mncube through my interaction with him. I think at this stage, my Lord, I'll ask for us to adjourn. It's 3:05 until tomorrow. so that I can organize with Mr. Makaza to be here at 10. Yeah. Sorry, my lord, Mr. Ngumalo, Advocate Ngumalo had indicated before I sit, I should tell the court that he wanted to address the court in respect of a particular issue.
Thank you, my lord, for the court's indulgence. My lord, firstly, there is a head, my lord, that has been mentioned throughout these proceedings. The head that was found on the scene, and it was packed by Constable Mosia, who took it to Phosphorus SAP-13. It is a request by my client, Mr. Mapisa, accused number 4, that he would like to have a physical observation of the head in question, and he has requested me to convey this information on record, and he will expect the state to respond to such a request, because I did approach my colleagues yesterday with such a request. I don't know if such arrangements have been made on the side of the state, and I hope that the court will also like to have a physical inspection of the head in question, such as because it is crucial to the determination of this matter, as other exhibits were also exhibited in this court, such as the firearm in question and other exhibits. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Where's the head, sir?
As a court case, I did apprise my learned friend that we are making arrangements for the head to be. I don't know why this is being placed on record. We gave him our word that arrangements have been made to check the head at Phosphorus police station.
Okay, you hear the answer?
Yes, I didn't want, my lord, to chit-chat between myself and my colleague, because it must be placed on record for my client to hear what is going on. Thank you.
Is that it? Are we adjourning now?
As the court pleases, my lord. Sorry.
Want to say something?
Shuthi mangisakhuluma kusekhona babumnisi lapha kunento engekhulume ngenye indlela.
Is there something that you want to rectify during your interaction with Advocate Mnisi?
Yeah, judge ngifuna ukulungisa la ngilungisa khona.
Yes, I want to.
Through the court, you can make that request, Mr. Mncube. The court is in charge of is the captain of this ship.
Yeah.
Yes, you can ask the court.
Yeah, ngesicelo
Yes.
sankantolo.
What do you want to rectify?
Okusho ngesikhathi ngikhuluma ngoKhumalo, uphoyisa lela waKhumalo le elifikela ecourt.
My lord, when I was talking about the Khumalo, the official Mr. Khumalo, who was called before the court,
Ngithe untanzi bathi bambophele icala lesibhamu.
I mentioned that I said that Ntanzi said he was arrested for the firearm charge.
Shuthi lapho ngibeke wrong ngoba bona uGininda bathi bambophele icala emeda not isibhamu, ime ngibeke wrong.
I testify wrong on that point because Gininda and them said they arrested him for a murder case or murder charge.
Yeah. Noma esefikile uKhumalo la futhi ngithe ena abambuzanga ngesibhamu.
And I also mentioned that when Khumalo was before the court, I said that he was not asked about the firearm.
Bengifuna ukuthi abambuzanga ngemeda.
I wanted actually to say that he was never asked or not asked about the murder.
Le wakuthiwa uboshelwe yona untanzi.
The murder that Alex said Ntanzi was arrested for.
Babe sebembuza ngokuthengiselana kwebhamu akusakhulunywa ngemeda.
And then they now started asking him about the selling of the firearm amongst each other. They never asked him about the murder
Phakathi kwakhe noButhelezi.
between him and Buthelezi.
Lokho nje ngifuna ukulungisa kuphela bengikhulume ngendlela
That's all, my lord, that I wanted to correct, which was not communicated properly initially.
As the court,
Affidavit handed up.
the
affidavit of the gentleman who said he doesn't want to give evidence after having taken an oath. You don't remember that evidence?
Mr. Kuniselani Buthelezi, my lord. Yes.
You remember it?
I remember him. I'm not sure whether my colleague, Mr. Sibanda, can assist whether or not that was handed up as part of the
Is that not evidence
ZZZ series.
It's late, my lord. May I assist? It was ended up as Exhibit ZZZ12. in brackets was.
So that, I'm correct about that. Okay.
Yes, it's here. It's forming part of the record. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I keep everything in my head.
And that's why I was lost a bit, because my lord said there was somebody who said they don't want to testify. I've never heard somebody saying in court here that they don't want to testify.
You never heard him say that?
No, I've
Is that
never
so?
heard such a person.
Which proceedings are you attending? Because that guy actually said, "Ukusuka la, angisasho lutho." Can you adjourn until tomorrow?
Very interesting. Who was supposed to ask him this question?